Ooh, what's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Clarus.
We get nerdy nightly.
And we thought we'd share it with you.
Yeah. That, they reminded me of, Princess and the Frog. The Dr. Facilier song.
I've never seen it.
Oh, yeah. He, take my hand. Yeah. Are you ready?
Alright.
That was my song in Japan. One of them. That was the song I sang in Japan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When I was working there for Disney. Friends on the Other Side. It's great. It's super low. And I got friends on the other side.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was fun.
Not for me.
Welcome to a Thursday edition of the Nightly Morning Show here at twitch.tv/nerdynightly. If you're watching this on YouTube or listening to the podcast feed, you can catch this live every Monday through Friday. No, you can't, because next week we're starting it.
Psych.
It's once a week.
Once a week.
Starting next week, it is Mondays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Show starts at 10:30, but come for the pre-chat, 10 to 10:30. Mm-hmm. It is going to be very fun, I promise. But this is the 99th show.
99.
99.
Yeah.
99. You don't know what that reference is, and it makes me sad.
I know you're
love
referencing Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but I just never seen...
I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
That's not true. I've seen, parts of episodes.
Yeah, because I watch it on my phone sometimes. I watch, highlight reels. All of Jake's funniest moments. Terry loves love. That is right, Shin. Terry loves love. Guys, it's the 9-9 episode. We're only talking about Brooklyn Nine-Nine news.
Ooh, well,
There's not a lot, because it's not happening right now, and the next season is the last season, so it's kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Tomorrow's episode 100. It's going to be a big day for us. I'm very excited to do our 100th nightly morning show.
Yeah, 100.
We will have successfully not missed a show in 20 weeks.
Yeah. That's pretty impressive. It's we are moving to a different format, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that acknowledging that we did this for 20 weeks straight is a big deal.
Yeah.
I'm proud of us.
Yeah. I'm excited. We're going to be doing, if you guys are going to come check that out, we are going to start by doing a live watch-along of the Pokemon Presents that is going to be happening on the Pokemon YouTube channel. And so that'll be the first 20 minutes. And then the news, the typical morning show that we usually do, will start at around 10:30. And it might be a little bit longer. Who knows? Yeah. It's our 100th. We'll do whatever we want.
Yeah.
It's our party. We'll dance if we want to. How are you doing today, Clarus?
I'm good. I tried a new, hair thing today. This is kind of an aside from, news, but I was reached out to on Instagram by someone who makes, it's called, a slumber noodle, and it's just this thing that you wrap your hair around and then go sleep in it, and then you take it out, and it's curly in the morning, which is really nice, because I'm lazy, and I don't like to curl my hair with heat. So, I'm good. I'm good. It looks kind of ridiculous, but, the curls turned out really nice.
I was trying to keep a straight face.
It looks like Queen Amidala. It's like a noodle.
Y'all should have seen my face last night when I walked into the bedroom to go to bed, and I saw my wife there with...
It's great, honestly. So she sent me one for free, and she was like, if you could just... make a Instagram and TikTok post about it, it's yours. And I was like, absolutely. So I took it, I feel like it works pretty well. So yeah. I am happy with that.
It also, I feel like it kind of feels like you have a little pillow. So you can kind of rest your head either way.
Yeah.
And when we were cuddling, I kind of rested my head on it, and I was like, ooh, this is a nice little, it's good for your hair, and it's good for the side of my face.
Yeah, and it's soft too.
It is soft, yeah.
That you get the scrunchies and the noodle with it, and they're a velvety material. So highly recommend if you have long hair and you want it to be curly with 2 minutes of effort, let me know.
What is it called? The slumber noodle?
Yeah, so the company is called Lazy Girl Curls on Instagram. And the product is called the Slumber Noodle. So
dope.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You were also playing a lot of D&D this week. We were talking about that in the pre-show.
Yes, D&D 3 times this week. Yesterday, today, and Sunday, which I am very excited about.
For those of you who don't know, there is a certain campaign going on Twitch right now. And the announcement has already been made, but do you want to... Should we put it in the morning show so people know?
Yeah, you know what? We'll put it in the morning show so it's
Since
out
one
there
of the
in
other
world.
baddies is in the chat.
Yes. A good friend of mine, IRL, the Playmat, hosts D&D nights sometimes on his channel. A week ago? I think it was about a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
He did a campaign with the baddies, which was Chaotic Neutral Goblin, Basic Wit Girl, and Fantaxia. And I have been asked to join the campaign as the fourth baddie.
DOS fourth baddie.
So there's going to be a D&D night over on his channel in March. Just keep an eye out for that. We're going to announce it. We're going to promote it. It's going to be a lot of fun. You guys are definitely going to want to be there. That's all I'm saying. And I'm excited.
I am also excited. I love D&D. We had a really fun campaign on Playmat's channel.
Yeah.
Where we played a married couple and Fanta was our daughter.
Yes.
Brought me so much joy. Jackson Jones.
Yeah.
Fireman.
What a guy.
I miss Jackson Jones.
What a guy.
Oh, man. Gotta bring him back.
Sure.
I'm gonna ask Matt if I can have like a one scene cameo in this campaign where I'm like Jackson Jones just in hell like getting tortured for like
oh my god.
It's just Jackson Jones in hell like talking to the devil. It's like a cutscene and I'm just talking to the devil about the ways that he could like fix his fire problem and the devil's like, no, it's supposed to be on fire. And Jackson Jones is like, no, I get that it's flammable, but there are ways that you could prevent your risk of spreading forest fires because only you can prevent forest fires.
God damn. I hate
Should we get to the news?
Let's do it. I don't know. Me playing D&D is definitely news.
It's news. Y'all, we have news.
We have news.
Yesterday we talked about the fake titles for Spider-Man, Phone Home, Home Wrecker, and Home Slice. Yeah. None of those are real.
Which is too bad.
Almost immediately after our show ended, they dropped the real title. And the next Spider-Man film, Spider-Man 3 the second Spider-Man 3, will be called Spider-Man No Way Home.
I still like my anagram idea, and honestly, like, I think they missed out on an opportunity, but it's fine. You know, Marvel, just call me next time and I will plan your marketing strategy.
I don't think they're going to do that. What do you think of Spider-Man No Way Home?
It makes sense. Yeah, I mean, like, he can't go home because his real identity has been revealed. Mm-hmm. So yeah, this title makes absolute sense to me. Mm-hmm. It's not like, I don't know. It's not groundbreaking.
It's not particularly exciting in any way, just because it doesn't like tease a villain. It doesn't really tease it almost feels like it's so beholden to what happened in the last movie as a title, which makes sense because like what happened at the end of the last movie is going to inform the entire plot of this film. Yeah. And so it makes sense. I think it's a good title. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I like these Spider-Man movies a lot. I think Spider-Man Far From Home was really brilliant. I love Jake Gyllenhaal in that film.
Yeah.
And
I actually loved his villain. I think that how they handled that was actually a lot of fun.
They had really good villains because Vulture was also great. Yeah. Michael Keaton's Vulture was really solid, especially that one car scene. Mm-hmm. If you know, you know. Don't want to spoil it, but the Vulture and Mysterio have both been great villains for Spider-Man so far. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited that at least Vulture is still alive. Who knows if Mysterio is? Yeah. And you know, there's potential for them to come back in this film. I really hope Michael Keaton makes an appearance in this film as Vulture. And you know, I feel like they're gonna have a tough time marketing this Spider-Man movie. Yeah. Not really, because obviously everyone's gonna go see it. It's coming out this Christmas. People are gonna be very excited. And
they've said that it's coming out in theaters.
But
which is a big deal.
I think that if this is a multiverse movie with as much kind of cameo randomness as has been rumored, I think that it's gonna be hard to cut trailers around that because you don't want to spoil those big reveals. If Tobey Maguire is in this movie, I don't think we're gonna see him in a trailer. I think they'll save it.
Yeah, I think so too.
And so you know, I am curious to see what it's just I'm so curious about what this movie's gonna be.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be, here's the thing. The other two have been great. This is a movie that I'm not worried about. They have a solid creative team, solid actors.
Mm-hmm.
They really, like, the new Spider-Man movies are really, really good. And surprisingly so. I did not expect to enjoy them as much as I have.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to, like, give credit where credit is due.
A Shiny Ferd is saying that you're thinking that they're thinking strange messes with things, like in comics, erasing people's minds of the identity. I have a feeling, honestly, Shiny Ferd, I have a feeling if anyone's going to be doing that, it's going to be, it's not going to be Doctor Strange. It will be Mephisto. I have a feeling that WandaVision is going to finally introduce Mephisto in the next 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And that is going to be who is messing with Peter, if anyone, just because it is, it would pay homage to the storyline in the comics with Aunt May.
Yeah.
And you know what? I could honestly see, like, and this would be very tragic, but if Aunt May were to die at the beginning of this movie because the world finds out about Peter Parker,
oh my god,
and
that would be tragic.
Peter makes a deal with Mephisto to bring her back like he did in the comics, which is what ended Peter and Mary Jane's marriage for a long time because it was erased from existence in the comics.
Right.
It would be really interesting if the movies kind of went down a similar road as that, to bring back Aunt May. Although it is the MCU, they do take things a little bit lighter. I'm not sure they would be really interested in killing Aunt May.
Yeah, it would definitely be like, the one thing about the new Spider-Man movies is they're not very dark.
They're comedic. They're definitely comedic.
They have a lightness to them that I really, really enjoy. And it would be hard to make a comedic movie where Aunt May dies. So I don't know. I don't know if that's the direction they're going to go.
Mm-hmm. I don't know yet. We're going to have to wait and see. One of the interesting things about this movie is that Tom Holland revealed that it is his final movie on contract as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But he is very open to returning. So I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
This Spider-Man is a money machine, and Sony and Marvel will back up however many trucks that he requires.
Yeah.
To Tom Holland's house. They're just the money pit will just fill.
Yeah.
He'll have his pool, and then he'll have the money pit that is just cranking out bills from Sony and Marvel.
Honestly, fair. He does a great job. Like, he's kind of the perfect Spider-Man, I think.
He finally looked young enough. Like, I love the Tobey Maguire movies. I really do. Mm-hmm. And Spider-Man 2, the original Spider-Man 2 is just so classic. But Tobey Maguire looks so old.
Yeah.
Those movies are so good, but all of those actors look 35.
Yeah.
Especially now. I was rewatching Spider-Man 1, and God, Joe Manganiello, the scene in the high schools with Joe Manganiello, you're like, that dude has to be a teacher. Yeah, and, like, that dude has been a teacher at the school for 10 years.
Yeah. He definitely looks the part, for sure. As you know, as well as plays it very well. But, the age thing is very funny. There's so many shows that have teenagers that are, like, 30-year-olds, and you're like, I can tell that is not a child.
Well, we had that thought with
Superman and Lois earlier this week. Yeah, the kids are great as far as, like, actors go and their chemistry. Like, they're I think they're great casting, but they do not look 14.
If you told me they were 17, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, 17 I could believe. 14, I'm like,
but those two boys are not 14.
No, yeah.
And it shows. Actually, you know what? You be entertaining for a second. I want to Google how old the actors playing Superman are.
In Superman and Lois are? Yeah. And like, I understand why... I understand why they have to do these kind of things, because getting, like, actual child actors makes things more difficult. And I feel like most males in, like, Hollywood, in the acting industry, are expected to have a certain kind of aesthetic. You know, and if you have shoulders, you can't just, like, not have shoulder, if that makes sense. Like, you can't, there's not much you can really do about it. Even if you, like, lose weight, you still look like an adult.
You know what? The one guy, the guy who plays John is only 19.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
And Alexander Garfin is only 17. The guy who plays Jordan's only 17.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, he was born in 2004.
I am surprised.
I'm surprised as well.
Thought he was like 23.
No, he's 17. He is high school age. He doesn't look 14.
No, he did. Yeah, there's
a difference between freshmen and seniors.
Yeah, especially for guys, there's a big difference between 14 and 17. But I'm right. That's fair.
I like a Shiny Ferret's comment here. Tobey Maguire nailed Peter Parker, Andrew Garfield nailed Spider-Man, and Tom nailed both sides. That's a really sexual comment, a Shiny Ferret, and I would appreciate if you would keep it out of my chat.
That's not true. We appreciate it in the chat.
I'm so kidding. But no, I kind of agree with that. Although I do think that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was also really excellent.
Yeah, for sure.
Some of the time. He wasn't funny enough. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was never quippy enough. And then Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man was quippy to the point of being mean sometimes.
Yeah.
There's a couple of times where Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man takes it a little too. I'm like, that guy's tied to. You don't need to keep making fun of him. Like, you're just kind of being a douche.
Yeah.
But that's But Tom Holland's like riding the line really well. Just nailing both sides. Oh, I've been bonked by chat for that one. All right, y'all. In other news, we have some big video game adaptation news. One of them is a real adaptation. One of them is a potential adaptation. Let's start with the potential one first. Henry Cavill.
I say Cavill, but I don't actually know.
Henry Cavill. His biceps are way too big because he's Henry Cavill. He posted a picture on his Instagram showing him in a makeup chair for some project. And he was holding a stack of paper. And the caption said, "Secret Project." And...
Secret Project.
His actual caption is, "Secret Project or just a handful of paper with random words on it. Guess you'll have to wait and see. Happy hump day, all." But some of the words on that paper were Cerberus, Reaper, Geth, Talizora. You have no idea what any of those words mean.
Not a clue.
But I've played Mass Effect, which means that Henry Cavill is working on something related to Mass Effect at the moment.
Interesting.
I was talking about it last night on my stream. I have a feeling it's not actually a TV show or movie. I think he's going to be in the next game.
Oh, you think so?
I don't know. I feel like a Mass Effect movie or TV show...
But then why would he be in the makeup chair? Wouldn't he be in like a voice studio?
Well, I think that he was in makeup for Witcher. I don't think he's currently working on it.
Oh,
I think that he was like working on, like I'm pretty sure that they're still filming Witcher, so I don't think the photo was taken from whatever this project is. I think it was like him working on his next project.
Okay.
But I don't know. I would love. Sex Monkey in the chat is saying it was directly from the Wikipedia page for Mass Effect. He literally had the Wikipedia page in his hand. I think that it will. I don't know. I feel like a Mass Effect movie or TV show, we would have heard more rumblings of that happening.
Yeah, it's really tough to keep big projects like that under wraps.
Especially if you have an actor involved. By the time you have an actor involved, you generally have a producer and a director.
Yeah.
Unless he is the producer, which would be very cool. I would love to see Henry Cavill, just because we know what a huge nerd he is. Yeah. And he probably is such a huge fan of Mass Effect.
Yeah.
It seems like the kind of video game he would enjoy.
Totally.
I feel like as a producer, he would really have a lot of care for this project, and I would love to see him do that. But I would...
So you think it's going to be a game?
I don't know. I could see him being like because what's the character's name? The Elusive Man is kind of like the villain of the first two Mass Effects. I'm pretty sure can't be in the next one.
Okay. And
so they're going to need a villain, and I could see them bringing in Henry Cavill as the villain of the next Mass Effect game or something like that. Mocap him in, I could see him wanting to do something like that. Just because he is such a gamer.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah, or I could see him being in a movie or here. The thing is, he's Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
If you can get Henry Cavill in any project, you do it 100% of the time. Mm-hmm. Just there's a few people who are 100% of the times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's one of them.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm up for whatever it is. I don't know. A Mass Effect TV show would be really hard, especially because he's on The Witcher.
Yeah, that would be a lot. It would not be something that we would see for a very long time, if that were the case. Frankie Beans is saying that Cavill is pronounced like travel. So it's...
But then I can't sing Henry Cavill. He's Henry Cavill.
Sing that all you want.
That's fair.
Oh God, that's tough. It's tough because I don't know enough about Mass Effect.
Yeah.
To know how it would translate to the screen.
When that Legendary Edition comes out, you have to play it.
All right.
It is so good.
It comes out soon, doesn't it?
May, I think.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll be playing Mass Effect on my channel.
Or is it March? Chat. When does the Mass Effect Legendary Edition come out? Yeah. I mean, I'll see Henry Cavill in anything.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He's
I have a
literally
feeling
perfect.
I have a feeling this is related to the new video game, just because that's the only thing that we know is coming this year.
Yeah, but here's the thing: the game comes out in May. I feel like it's a little bit late.
They at the Video Game Awards they announced that Mass Effect 4 is being made.
Oh right, sorry. This is a remaster, and there is a Mass Effect 4 that's coming out.
I don't think.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think that he'll be May 7th. Dope.
Yeah.
I don't think that he will be in the remaster. I think that if he's going to be in the game, I could see him playing a big part in Mass Effect 4.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
Just because we don't know what his schedule is like with Superman, because Superman might be appearing in future DC movies. We don't know if Witcher's getting a season 3. Adding a big franchise like this to his schedule might be hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and
see. You know what? The video game makes sense, actually, so...
Y'all, we have so much news today. I'm so excited. There's a lot to talk about. The next thing is a video game television show we know is happening, but is no longer going to be coming to your TV. The Halo TV series, just called Halo, is coming to Paramount Plus instead of coming to Showtime. So that will be one of the flagship shows. Will depend on how it does. But it could be one of the flagship shows on Paramount Plus, the new streaming service that is taking over for CBS All Access.
Right.
It's said right now it's said to have a 10-episode season with Stephen Kane joining, who recently joined the Kyle Killen as co-showrunner. And the only thing we know about Halo is Pablo Schreiber is going to be playing Master Chief. He's already been cast in the role.
Got it.
Those of you who don't know who Pablo Schreiber is, he was Pornstache on Orange is the New Black.
Anyway.
He's also the Irishman in American Gods. He's done a lot of movies, and he recently got jacked out of his mind. And if you see old photos of him, you're like, that guy's not Master Chief. And if you see new photos of him, you're like, yeah, that guy, yeah, that makes sense.
All right.
He's very large.
Fair enough.
He's also very funny, and I kind of hope that they give John a little bit of a sense of humor.
Yeah. I haven't... I should watch American Gods. My friend is on an episode, but I haven't seen it. I also have not seen Orange is the New Black. I tried. It wasn't my thing. So I don't actually know if I know this person. I will Google it.
He is great as Pornstache. He really is. It's a tough role.
What a name.
It is a tough role, and you hate him so much.
Yeah.
He's trash. But this guy played trash really well.
Okay.
And it's not the actor's fault that the character is the worst. It's, the writer's fault.
That's how you make it happen.
Dark Dispatch is saying he was also in The Wire. He was also in The Wire. He was in 13 episodes of The Wire. But yeah, he's a talented actor. I'm curious to see what a Halo show is going to look like.
Yeah.
I feel like Paramount Plus needs some content, so they're going to throw some money at this, I think.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're going to make a Halo TV show, it needs to have money behind it to look good, because otherwise those suits are going to look like garbage.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're going to have to throw some money behind this.
Yeah, and I'm excited for it. Honestly, I didn't really love the Halo Fall of Reach series that we got. I didn't love it. It was fine. But I want them to take it a little bit more seriously, get a little bit bigger. I want, you need to have some big scenes with some extras. Like, you need to flesh out that world.
Yeah. It needs to feel real for you to pull this off.
Captain Cinnamon Buns, Taters in our chat is saying, isn't Paramount Plus still producing Star Trek shows? Yes, all of the CBS All Access shows will be going to Paramount Plus, which means that Paramount Plus does have some pretty high budget sci-fi stuff going on. Yeah. Because whether you like Discovery or not, it looks great. Yeah. The sci-fi stuff in Discovery looks fantastic. And honestly, if you give me a Halo show that has the production quality of Star Trek Discovery, I'm going to be really happy. Because I like Star Trek Discovery after episode 9-ish of the first season. It took a little bit for me. I struggled a little bit with the first part of the first season of Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah, I watched episode 1 and I was like, no.
Well, and episode 1 is completely unlike episode 2 through 9. and then there's episode 10 on is a different show as well. They like found their way.
All right.
And then I haven't seen the latest season yet. But the quality of the production and of the sci-fi looking stuff in Discovery is so high that I feel like Paramount Plus kind of already has the infrastructure in place to make a good Halo show.
Right.
If the writing is good and if they have a good concept.
Yeah.
In other news, also coming to another new project coming is a new Avatar: The Last Airbender movie.
Oh boy.
This one's going to be an animated movie from Nickelodeon's Avatar Studios, which is a new Avatar-only production company within... I'm not really sure. But this is what the press release says. Avatar: The Last Airbender and Korra have grown at least tenfold in popularity since their original runs on Nickelodeon, and Ramsey Nato and I are incredibly excited to have Mike and Brian's genius talent on board to helm the studio.
Thank you, Azurabi.
Devoted to expanding their characters and world into new content and formats for fans everywhere. So they have a whole studio now just to make Avatar content.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's gonna blow up.
Thank you for those biddies, Azurabi.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Azurabi.
that.
Hi. So do we have a timeline?
No.
No, they're just working.
They're starting production this year on it.
Cool. That's awesome. I think that's really cool. I know that I have so many friends that are going to be very, very happy to get more Avatar: The Last Airbender content. So I guess we're going to have to watch Korra now.
Mm-hmm. We do need to watch Korra, although we have to get through Clone Wars first. In some release date news, we know now that Marvel's Loki, the live-action show that should premiere after Captain America, Falcon and Winter Soldier show, has been moved back from May to June 11th.
Oh, no.
So its official start date is going to be June 11th. I think it's a pushback of like 2 weeks. So I think it's... I don't think it's the end of the world.
Yeah, it's not a huge deal, but still.
But yeah, so we will be starting to get the Loki show in June, which is very exciting.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited for the show.
I wonder how that pairs up with that fake calendar that I...
Oh yeah, there was like a leaked calendar.
I still have that on my phone.
Yeah, let's check it. I want Loki to come out because I wanna work on a Lady Loki cosplay.
No, this has Loki at May 21st, so pushed back 3 weeks.
Yeah.
According to this one calendar I have.
Yeah, which honestly
which
I don't
might not
think
be
is
real. But yeah, so we'll start getting Loki in June, which I'm very excited for.
Yes, very excited for that. It looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I love
Tom Hiddleston.
He's I don't know what it is about him, but like everything about him is great. Yeah.
We're gonna get into some video game news after this, but one quick little story to get through that. The Twilight Zone, for fans of the CBS All Access version, will not be moving forward now that we are now that
CBS All Access
has become Paramount Plus.
Okay.
Yeah, so we won't be getting any more of this Twilight Zone after season 2.
Did it do well? I feel like it did not.
I don't know. Here's the thing. I feel like this could have done well on television. Mm-hmm. But Twilight Zone on on CBS All Access, I feel like that's what hurt it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just don't... I never had CBS All Access. That's why I've never seen Picard. I saw all of Star Trek Discovery during like one free 7-day trial I had. But I've never paid for CBS All Access. It was only 2 seasons. So I don't know. You know, I don't know if...
Okay. Interesting. I'm just curious because I feel like, I agree with you. I feel like that would have done well on TV, but I feel like I don't know anyone that's really watched it, so I just assume that it hasn't been doing great.
Yeah, I don't know. And here's the thing. I think it probably is good. You know what I mean? It's just, it's just where it was. It has nothing to do with the quality of the show. Yeah. It is 100% just like, I'm not going to download this app to watch this one show.
Yeah.
Sure. And that's how I feel about CBS All Access. They have not had, and this is why I'm excited for Halo and for like these other things for it, because CBS All Access never had enough content for me to justify paying for it.
Yeah, but you're a big Halo fan, so...
I'm a big Halo fan. I'm a big Star Trek fan. I think Paramount Plus is just going to have more content. It's going to be more justifiable for me to spend money on something like a Paramount Plus than it was for me to spend money on a CBS All Access.
Fair enough.
Because Paramount has really incredible movies. Paramount Plus is going to be getting the Mission Impossible films. A Quiet Place 2. There was a report that A Quiet Place 2 and Mission Impossible 7 will be on Paramount Plus 45 days after their theatrical release. So there's going to be a lot more on here. CBS All Access just always kind of felt like I was like, I don't really need access to like those television shows. Whereas this will have more variety, which I don't need another streaming service, honestly. Like,
yeah.
I have too many already, but this feels more like something I would spend money on.
For sure. Yeah, I get that.
All right, should we get into the video games of it all?
Yes.
BioWare, everyone has officially made its announcement. Anthem is coming to an end.
Sure.
That's what I expected your reaction to be. Anthem was a big failure, y'all. I don't think there's any other way to look at this game.
Is it a game? It's a game.
Anthem was BioWare's like Destiny. It was a games as service space thing, sci-fi kind of game, and it is it never took off. It never really worked, you know. It never really found its player base, and they've been struggling with it for a while. And so BioWare has made the official announcement to stop working on it. Yeah, there's a really nice comment from this guy. The studio director, Christian Daly, said, I know this will be disappointing to the community of Anthem players who have been excited to see the improvements we've been working on. It's also disappointing for the team who are doing brilliant work. And for me personally, Anthem is what brought me to BioWare, and the last 2 years have been some of the most challenging and rewarding experiences of my career. I do feel bad for the people who worked on it and for the people who love it. Like, I'm not, like, unsympathetic to that.
Yeah.
But this was a giant game that never quite got the attention it needed in order to function properly.
Yeah, and you can't you have to have that fan base and that room for growth to continue justifying working on it. So
I feel like we're kind of reaching a point where like we can only have so many games as services do well, right?
Yeah.
It kind of happened with MMOs. After World of Warcraft was such a huge success, there were suddenly so many MMOs, and a lot of them failed.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you guys remember the Warhammer MMO, War. I loved it. I was so into that game, and it fell apart quickly because it just, like, there were just too many at the time. And I think that this is what's happening with games of service. Every game wants to be a games of service game, and you just can't have a player base in every single game out there. It just doesn't work. And Anthem is unfortunately the one to fall apart here.
Yeah. It's too bad. You know, obviously it's disappointing for the people who love it and play it. But...
Well, and as they brought up in our chat, they canceled the Mass Effect Andromeda DLC to work on Anthem, and then Anthem didn't work out, and Mass Effect Andromeda never really... It probably needed a couple fixes. Like, its DLC maybe could have helped that experience. That's not remembered the best. I've never played it. I actually just bought it because it was on sale on Steam. So, actually, you know what? Maybe that's what I'll play tonight.
Mass Effect?
Yeah, I'll play... I think I might play some Mass Effect Andromeda tonight.
Alright.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's fight some aliens tonight, y'all.
Yeah,
that'll be fun.
Do it.
Yeah, I don't know. Taters in our chat is saying Destiny has sort of a monopoly on the looter shooter stuff as of right now. Yeah, this is kind of like the that's true.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Because speaking of games as service games, PUBG. Do you know what PUBG stands for? Do you know what the acronym is?
No.
You know what PUBG is, though, right?
Vaguely.
Yeah, it's Player Unknown Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
They're releasing a sequel to a game that doesn't have a plot. But it's PUBG New State is a mobile sequel to PUBG Battlegrounds. And it's set in 2051, and it is mobile only, which I think is very odd. Because PUBG is a game that is on mobile and is also on other platforms. You can play it across multiple platforms. This PUBG sequel will be mobile only for iOS and Android.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah, interesting choice.
Frankenbeans in our chat says mobile only, aka pay to win.
Probably.
Not wrong.
Probably. which is kind of unfortunate.
Yeah. So that's a thing that I guess they made.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
I feel like I shouldn't be so negative. I just like companies that make a really good thing, because
then try to make
PUBG,
a lot of
PUBG
money out of it.
PUBG really changed things, right? Like Call of Duty Warzone doesn't exist without PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. PUBG like started a thing. I think PUBG is older than Fortnite actually. I'm pretty sure PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds predates Fortnite. But it's just odd to me that you would make a good thing and then you would make a sequel to it and not have it be accessible to all the people who played the original thing.
Yeah.
Frank and Beans, insert Diablo Immortal presenter wit. You guys don't have phones? I shooters on phones are terrible.
Yeah, that just sounds like a nightmare.
Is that like I will never play Fortnite on a phone.
No.
That sounds awful.
No, yeah. Not gonna happen.
This honestly just sounds like a way for telecom companies to run up people's internet bills by having their 13-year-olds
data bills?
use all their data.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
I never want to do a shooter with my hands and in the screen.
No, never. That sounds like a nightmare.
I wonder if there's someone who's like one of the top Fortnite players in the world, but he plays on his phone.
I doubt it.
I wonder if there's like that one guy who's just really good at it.
Well, I'm sure that there's someone who's really good at it on a phone, but I don't think that they would compare to the people who play on their computer.
Who have keyboard and mouse? Yeah, I don't even think there's a controller player who probably compares to keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for accuracy.
Yeah.
Azurbi played Overwatch on the Switch and hated that. Oh, interesting. I don't mind shooters on the Switch.
Yeah, but that's much different than a phone.
I also wouldn't, but when I play shooters on the Switch, I don't play with the Joy-Cons.
You play
with
the
the Pro controller. So I'm basically just playing with a... Yeah, I don't know. Although I will say, I don't think the Switch has very good online connectivity. I feel like the latency in Switch Online is higher than in PlayStation or Xbox Online. So I do feel like a game like Overwatch would be harder because I feel like you would have a little bit of a lag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. 4 months. PUBG predates Fortnite by 4 months. I was correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
All
right.
Yeah. Very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, I think I think this is it's just gonna be a cash grab. That's my feeling.
Probably.
So I won't be playing it. Sure.
Like that Marvel Realm of Champions.
Yeah, no.
That I tried and I was like, no. Although that one wasn't a cash grab because there wasn't really a good way to spend money in it. It was just a weird game.
Yeah.
GameStop stock explodes again. It's our final story of the day, y'all. The GME is going to the moon. A board member from GameStop tweeted a photo of a McDonald's ice cream cone with a frog emoji. Only a frog emoji as the caption. And then GameStop stock exploded 100%, and is currently trading at $91 per share as of the story that I'm reading from Kotaku. I haven't actually checked it myself, but yeah, GameStop is the saga continues, y'all.
It's not over.
Hold your diamond hands. We're going to the moon. Nobody knows why it's happening this time, but yeah, GameStop is trading at $91. GameStop, power to the players.
Wow.
Should I have bought GameStop stock?
You know what? If it was a year ago and we could see the future, I would say yes, but we don't have that ability. So, here we are.
Scanny says diamond hands for life.
I don't understand that reference, but sure.
I think diamond hands means like your grip is super tight.
Okay.
Because they're diamond hands.
136.
Jimmy currently at 136, wow, so it's even higher.
Wow. I don't understand, y'all. I just don't.
Yeah. Are we buying the dip? Clarus?
The dip?
When it dips down before it goes up again.
Is it gonna go up again?
Well, it was at 91.
Oh my god.
And now it's on 136.
Oh, Scanny bought another 5 yesterday, so Scanny's
going to the moon,
winning.
y'all. Scanny is going to the moon.
Get it.
I don't understand this whole situation at all.
If you buy the dip, I'll buy the chips.
Why did a McDonald's
what does a
lead to a GameStop surge
and a frog
I have a feeling they're totally unrelated. It just the timing it's just a coincidence. But now there's a bunch of like Wall Street people who are sitting in their offices like, what does the ice cream cone mean?
Yeah.
What was the frog
no,
emoji?
No. They're like, what does the ice cream cone mean?
That's true. Except you don't snort cocaine off your hand unless you spilled.
Why not? This is a little divot. Don't people do that?
You kind of like off a key maybe. You would have to use something you could snort it off of to get it into the divot. So why not just snort it off of that thing?
Or you could just pour it out of a bag. I don't know.
No,
guys,
you don't just pour it out of a bag.
Great.
We probably shouldn't be talking about this.
Great.
Are we going to get in trouble for this?
No, we're fine.
We don't really do drugs, which is the funny part. Like, we joke about drugs, but we don't do drugs.
Yeah, that's why I don't know how to snort.
You don't even, like, drink all that much.
Not really, no.
You're, like, a super sober human.
Yeah.
And I haven't had an alcoholic beverage in, like, 4 days.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm not going sober or anything. I just am not drinking until my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be all the more special.
Not really. I'll just get drunk faster one time.
Alright.
Kind of how it works.
No, it's going to be good. It's going to be good for you and... I don't know.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, your body, has to work to process alcohol, so you're just giving your body a break.
But, like, my body also has to, like, work to be sober, so, like...
I don't think that's how that works.
Cat Nusha Goblin says, my tolerance for booze was getting too damn high and it wasn't fun. I don't drink alcohol for fun. I drink alcohol for flavor.
Yeah, David actually likes the taste of alcohol, and it's just not something that I really understand.
I love the taste of whiskey. And scotch.
Sure. Whereas I'm like, alright, let's do it. Like, unless it's like a, like, fruity, expensive, sugary drink, those are usually pretty good.
Why does it have to be expensive?
Because they're usually expensive.
I can make you some cheap sugary drinks. They're only expensive because the bar is expensive.
That's
fair. The drink themselves are actually very cheap.
That's fair.
Don't tell your local bar that. And if you ever come into my bar, they're expensive because I'm talented.
That's it.
Yeah, I worked at a bar that had $19 cocktails.
I think the most I've ever seen in Toronto was like 22. But it was like a double drink, and it was like a fancy place, and like whatever. But still, like, ouch.
Yeah, I've seen like 25 is I think the most expensive drink I've seen in New York outside of like special stuff. Like I've seen like $100 drinks that have like gold leaf in them, and
Yeah.
There's some places that have like
Rose
gimmicky stuff
water,
like that.
Like you're like, okay, I get it. Like
or it's like we made a Manhattan, but we made it with the 150-year-old scotch that there's only 13 bottles of, and you're like, why would you waste that with a Manhattan? Just put a half an ice cube in it and give it to me. Don't ruin it.
Yeah, that's mood.
Azerby is confused by edible gold leaf.
Me too. Same. Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah.
And that's the news.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here for the nightly morning show, y'all. This was a fun one. Tomorrow's episode 100. Come back 9:50. We're gonna be on a little bit earlier for an earlier pre-show tomorrow for that 10 a.m. Pokemon Presents, and then the official 100th morning show will be about 10:30 tomorrow. So come here for all of it. It's gonna be a fun morning. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna do some news.
Yeah.
We're gonna do some talking. There will be some poker. There won't be any poker, but I'll poke her. Hey.
Oh my god.
Come follow us across the internet, twitch.tv/nerdynightly.
And this one, the other one. I'm
Wow.
upset. That was a terrible joke. I'm over at twitch.tv/ClarisDrakaris.
And as always, my name is Nerdy.
And I'm Clarice.
Do something nerdy tonight, y'all. Bye.
Bye.